Well, I'm here again, and it's time for another chat for Beyond the Classroom. I'm here with Gary Kenny, who's coming in for the new school year. Hi, Gary.
Hi Laura, how are you doing?
Wonderful, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just in the middle of a school day on lunch break, but all is going well.
Good. So tell us, where are you just now?
Okay, well, right now I'm at the International School of Monaco in Europe. I've been here since September 2021. Yeah, 22. Sorry, 22. The years just fly by, don't they? And
Yeah.
I'm here until June, and then I depart for ISB.
So exciting. Okay, well, you're here, of course, because you've given us some time so we can pick your brain and find out all the things about you. So why don't we get straight into it? Tell us a bit more about your educational background. So what did you study? What are your interests have been? And we're going to, timeline through your life to what brought you to international education. So let's start from, what did you study?
Okay, great. I think that all goes back to my university days when I studied a BA in English and Sociology. At the time, I had my eyes on sports journalism because one of my passions is sports, and I always enjoyed researching sports. And of course, you got to remember this is pre. I won't say pre-internet. I'm not that old, but at the early days where knowledge of sports was certainly helpful. You have to remember a lot about sports. And then I also had a passion and love for literature, and that really blossomed at university. Post-university, I took a career break, or took a year out after university, and I set sail for Korea. That 1 year career break turned into 7 years in Busan as an English teacher, as often happens, right? I was teaching at a school in Gijang in Jongwon for 4 years at a high school, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. And for me, that made me aware that this was my calling, this was my passion, was teaching. However, I needed to get further qualifications to, I guess, reach what I wanted to reach in terms of become an education or an international school teacher. So I returned to a little place called Scotland. Not sure if you've ever heard of it, but small country, beautiful country in the west of Europe. And I studied my PGCE there. I spent 2 years there before setting off again for my first international educational post in Beijing. Spent 3 years there, really enjoyed it, loved all things IB, all things international education, and I really knew that this was my calling, what I wanted to do. A little thing called COVID popped up, and in China that meant that we had to leave, which brought us to Monaco, the International School of Monaco. I've been here for 2 years, really enjoyed it, really developed as an educator. But when the opportunity came up to return to Korea, it was just an opportunity I couldn't turn down. I have a long affinity, I guess, with Korea. It's somewhere that's close to my heart, and I'm also aware of the school ISB, and I did a lot of research, and I realized that this is probably the best school for myself and also my family to go to next.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And so you're kind of coming full circle then, all the way back to...
You could say full circle, new and improved. Cut my cloth across the continent and returning
Yeah.
to Busan as a better educator, I think.
Gary 2.0.
It's probably 3.0 at this stage, but yeah.
3.7 or something to that effect. But listen, you've got a long career in international education, in the IB as well. What kind of teacher are you?
Okay, I would like to think I'm someone that connects with the students and also brings the subject to life. English, as we probably know it from our generation, is a lot different to what the students study now. I mean, the course that I teach is English language and literature, and there's elements of analysis, of creativity, of course, but also of analyzing things like advertisements, speeches. And also, I guess our text range nowadays is far more diverse than what it was when I was a student. With that, gives me as an educator, as a teacher, a lot of opportunity to select texts that I know my students are going to be interested in, but also to deliver my course or my curriculum in a fashion that engages my students and wants them to learn and read more. So in that sense, I think I'm quite a creative teacher that tries to instill a love for literature, but also language analysis with my students.
What about, I mean, you've obviously lived here in Busan for 7 years, you said, so you're very familiar with it. It's changed a lot. I think you'll be surprised. But what are you looking forward to not just coming back to Busan, but to be part of the ISB community?
Yeah, no doubt it's changed a lot. I still maintain relationships and friendships with people who live in Busan, and I hear about the development all the time. I'm looking forward to returning to Busan with my family this time, because when I was there before, I had a girlfriend who then later became my wife, and now we have a young son. And I've been, preparing him for the transition from the south of France to Korea, and he's getting really excited. So I guess one thing I'm really looking forward to is sharing everything that I love about Korea with him. With him in mind, I do realize that ISB is I'll say a perfect school for what I'm looking for him, in terms of it's a small community. It's got a rich history with the IB, with PYP, MYP, and DP. I can see a future path of learning for him at ISB. And I think it's very inclusive, as I said, and welcoming. I know that he will settle in. We've already had a meeting with a teacher from ISB, and he seemed to get a good, I guess, vibe from the teacher, and is now excited to move to ISB. So I'm looking forward to moving to the city, Busan, with him, but also putting him into a school I know has his best interests at heart, and I know he'll flourish in.
And what are you looking forward to stepping into this new role as an ISB teacher?
Well, I've taught in China, Monaco, and next will be in ISB in Busan. And each school has their differences. And for me, I do enjoy entering a new school and kind of feeling out the room, or understanding where my students are at, or what their interests are, and getting to know the students. So I'm looking to getting to know the students. I think we'll have a lot of shared interests, if you will. Yeah, as I said, I've been a secondary school language and literature teacher for 5-6 years now in different schools, and I'm looking forward to continuing my development as a teacher in Korea. I've just become an IB examiner, so I'm looking forward to, again, as I said, developing as a teacher and being able to use my new skills with the students for their benefit. Yeah.
Yeah, just taking on a new challenge and a new culture and a new city, and even though you've been here before, you're coming back as a family man, but also as a teacher, and so there's just going to be new things that you're adapting to, and I'm sure it'll be fantastic, and we're looking forward to having you. Is there anything you're kind of thinking, oh, I'm not sure about this, or maybe apprehensive about or worried about?
I mean, of course, moving from one country to another does have its challenges. I'm not going to say it doesn't. But the sense of familiarity and knowing what we're getting into kind of eases maybe the worries or apprehensions that my wife and I might have about moving to a new country. As a parent, I'm hoping that my son settles, but it seems like it's a very caring community and he's excited about it, so I have no worries about that. I'm sure there will be some changes from, I guess, teaching style or learning style from Monaco to Busan, but I'm experienced enough to know that I can overcome those initial challenges and hopefully do well at ISB.
Fantastic. You will do well at ISB. Everybody does well at ISB. It's a very welcoming community. And we're looking forward to welcoming you and your family to ISB in just a few short months, because time flies pretty quickly.
No, I don't know if that got across, but we're really, really excited about returning to Korea and about entering ISB for the first time. We've done our research. You don't move your family across the globe lightly. You need to make sure it's the right school, and we're certain that we are. We keep an eye on social media channels. We know what we're getting into, and everything we see excites us about moving to Korea. So really looking forward to the move in August.
Love it. Well, we're looking forward to welcoming you. And until then, enjoy the rest of your, lunchtime. Enjoy the rest of your time in Monaco, and we will see you very soon.
Thank you,
Take
Laura.
care, guys. Thank you
Take
so
care.
much. Bye-bye.
Bye.